All right. Let me know where you are watching from in the chat. Okay, let me know where you are watching from in the chat. Okay, let me know where you are watching from in the chat. Okay, let me know where you are watching from in the chat. All right, so let's go. Today we're going to be exploring technical analysis using price action. All right, and my name remains Tunmise Olaoluwa. Using price action. All right. And my name remains. So here is a quick disclaimer. Leverage trading involves risk. All right. So trade responsibly. There are regional restrictions. Do well to check our terms and conditions to see if it applies to your region. Now, this webinar is for educational purpose only and not a financial advice. Past performance is not indicative of future results. So a quick about. My name is Tunmise Olaoluwa and I have 7 years experience trading in the crypto space and also in the Forex market. And my trading result has been consistently profitable across various strategies. I frequently trade price action, momentum, trends, candlestick patterns, and primarily focusing on Euro USD, GBP USD, and USD JPY. For FX and for crypto, I do Bitcoin and Ethereum. So in today's conversation, we're going to discuss the use of top-down strategy. We're going to review Euro USD currency pair. We're going to review price movement of Euro USD. We are going to review the currency suggested by you. And that is why we have the chat session where you can always drop your questions. Okay, so this session is going to last for 45 minutes. Please do well to take advantage of the YouTube live chat to ask your question during the webinar, and I will periodically check the chat and answer them. So we're going to look at what does this strategy consist of. Like, one, we'll be analyzing historical price movement. Two, we'll be utilizing candlestick formation, chart patterns, and market structure. We'll also be exploring, to answer your question, what kind of trader is it suitable for? So it is suitable for position traders, it's suitable for intraday traders, it's suitable for swing traders. And when you now consider what time frames is this, can you also apply this, right? It can be applied during high liquidity period. It can be applied on time frames from 1 hour to 1 month time frame. Okay? Good. So now, let's proceed to explore the live trading session. So if you have any currency of your interest, please do well to drop it in the chat. Okay, I can see Ryder said, can you first check gold? Okay, so we're going to look at gold. It can be applied during high liquidity period. It can be applied on time frames from 1 hour to 1 month time frame. Okay, let's go back. So now, let's proceed to explore the live trading session. So if you have any currency of your interest, please do well to drop it in the chat. So let's start with the gold market. rider said, can you first check gold? Okay. So I'm gonna look at gold. All right. Are we ready? All right, so we're going to be exploring the gold market today. All right, the higher time frame. Okay. So let's do this. Now, this is the gold market on the daily time frame, right? And now we want to map out key levels of support and resistance. We also want to understand the market structure, right? How is the market positioned? All right. So we want to look at how the market is positioned. We've gone to the higher time frame. Don't forget, in the beginning we said we're going to look at a top to bottom approach, and that top to bottom approach is coming from the higher time frame down to the lower time frame. So this is very, very important. So now let's map out levels of support and resistance and identify key market structure. So this is all. We're identifying key market structure. These are levels that we've had price touched and bounced back. All right, good. So let's see here. Likewise, we've had price come here and bounce back. So you can see price had come to this level, bounced down, break out of this level, went up, was bounced back, came down to that resistance, now turned support, and was pushed back up. So price went as high as this level, went as high as 5,500, then dropped down to 4,600, 4,700 region, and already a support zone has already been created there. So the support zone was created at 4,600, right? And then we can see how price has bounced off this level likewise, created another support, bounced off, met with another resistance above here, was pushed back down, break out of this support zone, and went as far down as 4,300, right? And now we can see price now has moved into the 4,800, 4,700 price range. Okay, so price is currently within the range of 4,800, 4,700, and it's ranging in that level. It has been ranging in on this level for like quite a number of days now, like 10 days. So it's worth looking into, right? So let's look into it. So we can see here how you see these three little bullish candle that try to push through, but unable to push through, and then now they retraced back to this support level. Now, what do we anticipate from this level? Right? What do we anticipate from this level? Are we seeing an upward momentum? Okay. Or are we seeing a downward momentum? Are we seeing an upward momentum, or are we seeing a downward momentum? All right. Now, Lucy, you're welcome. Lucy from Kenya, you're welcome. So now we can see here now that we have two directions, either it's going up or it's going down. But we cannot deny that price is currently in a consolidation bar. Alright, price is currently in a consolidation bar. So you can see this is the consolidation. Yeah. This is the consolidation and price is right here. Okay. Now, from the look of things, right, there is more pressure of price dropping far, like dropping below. Okay, so let me see. A minute. Oh, okay, not this. Let me see if there's oh, okay. Okay, let me see what I can do with this. Okay. All right. So so that what we can see here is price moving, this way, creating a cup shape, but then upside down, right? An inverse cup shape. So what we can see here is an inverse cup shape, like a cup, or let me say a curve, right? But an inverse cup shape. So the likelihood is that price drops further from here. All right. Now, if you are looking into a how do I put it now? If you are an intraday trader, okay, you would see that there would this like is something. If you are an intraday trader, you have to look into more lower time frames, which we would go into. But if you are a swing trader, then you then want to position yourself and say, okay, let me take a further shot the market. However, for us to be able to jump into this trade now as an intraday trader, I also want to look at what the 4 hours time frame is saying, what the 1 hour time frame is saying. And these decisions, this would help inform my own decision, right? It will help inform my own decision of, what I look to see. All right, good. So let's go down to the 4 hours time frame. Now, so we can see the 4 hours time frame. Our price has been consistently in a consolidating market, right? As you can see, price has been consolidating. Okay, price has been consolidating. Then price goes up, come down, goes up, come down, and at this point now we can see how price has been dropping consistently, right? So what are we going to do from here? Now, looking at this, the likelihood that price will drop further is very high. Okay, the likelihood is very, very high, right? Very, very high. Okay, so yeah. So now what are we going to do from here? The likelihood of a further drop in price is high from what we can see on the 4 hours time frame, which is giving us a confirmation of a continuous selling position. Right? Now let's go to the 1 hour time frame. That will now give us even a more clearer picture as to are we, are we shorting the market or are we going long? So yes, so now look at this from the 1 hour time frame. It is very clear from the 1 hour time frame that we should short this market. It is very clear from the 1 hour time frame that we should short this market. Very clear. Because when you go to the daily time frame, you can see clearly what it is telling us. And when you go further down into the 4 hours time frame, you can equally see that there are rejections from the top, right? And the likelihood of a drop is higher at this region. Okay? Now when we go to the 1 hour time frame, we can equally see that the pressure for a drop is higher. Okay? Now what do we do from here? What do we do from here? What do we do from here? Now there are two things we can do. Two things of which I would recommend if you are a patient trader and you always want your setups to play out, right? Is that don't buy immediately. Don't buy immediately. Why? Why I said you should not buy immediately is because you can see that there's already a big move here, right? Of price like dropping massively. Now you might want to wait to see where this price level closes. Now where this price level closes would now tell you, would now inform your decision of how best you should enter the market and how you should exit the market. Okay? How you should enter the market and how you should exit the market. So here's what I'm going to do. Now, instead of me taking an instant trade here, right? I want to be sure that this price level is going to continue to drop. Now, and I cannot get that assurance by just entering a blind trade from this level where it currently is and then hoping that it drops further. So what I can do is this. I can set a sell order, right, at 4693.46. So when I set a sell order at that level, when price gets to that level, right, it gives a confirmation that there is a higher likelihood, the probability that price will continue to drop after touching that level is much higher. Now, if I want to go further to say, okay, let me look at what's going on in the 15-minute time frame. Okay, now you can equally see what's going on in the 15-minute time frame from here. Even though most of this from the 15-minute time frame, 5-minute time frame, 30 minutes are mostly noise, right? The solid confirmation comes from, what is it called now? Comes from the higher time frames, right? Like the 4 hours, the 1 hour, the daily time frame. Okay? So yes, for gold, we are going to wait. All right, we're going to wait for a confirmation. You might possibly want to wait for a breakout and a pullback. So if price does not break out from this level, then you don't want to position like for a pullback, right? So after a breakout, then there is most likely going to be a pullback, right? So for now, we're going to wait for the setup to complete, right? So when the setup is complete, then we position ourselves. So but for now, our strategy is no trade. We wait patiently for our setup to play out. Okay. So, all right. If you have any, say please. Okay, so let's go. I'm going to analyze the Euro USD market. Euro USD market. The Euro USD market. Okay. Now we're going to go to the daily time frame. All right. Are you ready? Are you ready? So now we are applying the same approach to Euro USD, the top to bottom approach. So for those of us who are just joining, let me just help you with what we are talking about today. So we are doing a top to bottom strategy, looking at Euro USD from top, like the higher time frame to the lower time frames. So looking at daily to 4 hours to the 1 hour time frame, and sometimes to the 30 minutes time frame. So here we're currently at the 1 hour time frame, and we're going to map out our levels of support and resistance. Okay, levels of support, levels of support, levels of support, levels of support. Levels of support, levels of support. Pop, 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 pop. Good. So now we've been able to map out our levels of support and resistance on what is it called now? On Euro USD. Alright? Good. Now for those of us who are just joining, this strategy on what I'm talking about now is on price action. And when we are building on price action, we don't use indicators, right? We use price, because price action, we believe that price leads, right? Price leads, and human behavior are captured in price movement. So people who are buying at the top, selling at the bottom, people who are buying at the peak, okay, and then people who are selling at the peak. So we are able to, what price action is looking at is what modeling the behavior of humans, right? Humans' decisions through price. So every decision traders, investors, buyers, sellers, commerce activities are making are a reflection of our price chart. So price action, we read the price, we read the patterns, okay, and we don't look at indicators, right? So in today's session, we will be looking at price action approach, or taking price action approach, right? You can always check some other of our videos where some other of our facilitators talked about indicators. All right. So here, while doing a top to bottom approach, so we've mapped out support levels, okay, and we can see where price got to and sold off, where price got to and sold off, and that was why when price got here, because historically it has always sold off when it gets here. Now you can see how it played out at this point and sold off. Okay, sold off at this point. So now let's go down to the daily time frame. I'm sorry, the 4 hours time frame. Okay, so you can see that on the 4 hours time frame we have Euro USD dropping seriously. These some minor patterns that we're trying to track. So now the likelihood is very high that price would drop further. What do you see? I want you guys to tell me what you see here. I want you guys to tell me what you see here. What do you see here? What do you think price will do at this point? I'm waiting for someone to tell me. Lucy, Ryder, Maikayo, what do you think price will do at this level? What do you think price will do at this level? What do you think price will do at this level? I'm waiting. Okay, I'm waiting. You can just drop the comment in the chat. What do you think price would do at this level? All right. So like I said, price would continue to drop. The likelihood that price will continue to drop at this level is very high. So let's go. At this point now, let's go to the 1 hour time frame and then we'll make our decision. So good. You can see that price came down, then pulled up back, and then there was a pushback, right? So the bearish momentum is still very, very active. It's still very active. So I would be taking a sell position on this level. I'm taking a sell position on this level. So let's set up our take profits and our stop loss. Where should our take profit and our stop loss be? Where should our take profit and stop loss be? So yeah, I'm gonna do like this. So I'm gonna put my stop loss, my take profit here, and my stop loss will be right here. Okay, good. Yeah, so my stop loss will be here, my take profit will be here. So let's go. Okay, take profit, take profit, take profit, take profit. Take profit, take profit, take profit. Then my stop loss will be at 1.17216. Okay, I think there's an error. 1.12116. Okay, let's go. All right, so we have our take profit and our stop loss now active. Okay, now active. Good, 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 good. Yes, am I getting any response yet? Any response from the chat? Any response from the chat? All right. Okay, let's look at what other currency should we look at? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. I need you guys to be with me. Let me know in the chat what currency are we looking at, or should we look at? What currency should we look at? Okay, so in the absence of none, let's explore. Let me see, is it GBP USD, USD JPY? All right, let's explore USD JPY. So we can see USD JPY on the daily time frame. So let's map out key levels of support and resistance. Key levels of support and resistance. All right, so here is USD JPY, and then let's explore it. So you can see after mapping out levels of support and resistance, yeah. So let's go down to the 4 hours time frame. Okay, so we can see that on the 4 hours time frame. Okay, let me do something now. On the 4 hours time frame. Okay, on the 4 hours time frame. Okay, this makes sense. Yeah. So you can see how price has been. Because this level here also is a very key level of support and resistance. A very key level of support and resistance, which we'll be paying attention to here. All right, so here is the 4 hours time frame, and you can see how price has been moving lately, right? Goes up, come down, goes up, come down, goes up, come down. Okay, let's see. Then we have this. Okay, this goes up, then it comes down, goes up. Okay, good. So from here now, you would be convinced that there is a higher likelihood for a breakout. But whatever is making USD JPY break out of this level, then you know it is going to be a long run. You know why? Because USD JPY has not broken out of this level in a very, very long time. In a very, very long time, or never before. As you can see, never before. Yeah, from the look of things, it has never. Okay, it happened. This should be last year. It went as high as. Okay, good. Now, it has happened some years back, right? Came to this level and never passed this level, right? So okay, so you can see that when USD was launched, even in 1997, 1987, yes, you can see that was like the first time it traded at 159, okay, and then it dropped massively, came up again in 1990, September 1990 to 160. After September 1990, it dropped massively again. It dropped massively again, right? And since then, it has been struggling to get to that level. It has been struggling to get to that level. And now, from 2023, in 2023, it went as high as 161, okay? And since 2023 up until now, it has not gotten to that level of 161. So which means if any breakout happens here, from here, we would be seeing a target at 161. A target at 161. Okay, 161, 16. Okay, good. A target at 161. Okay, let me see. Okay, fantastic. So yeah, but now for me, I'm very convinced that the likelihood for a continuous rise in price is higher, right? It's higher because this is like momentum has been building up for days. Momentum has been building up for days. So when you go down to the 4 hours time frame, you can see that momentum is strong and has been building up for days now. Okay, good. So from here, let's go down to the 1 hour time frame. Good. So now we can see that from the 1 hour time frame now, we still have a large bull momentum, right? Coming in. And the market remains optimistic for USD against JPY. All right. So here's what we're going to do. You can see that we don't have a clear entry point. We don't have a clear entry point. And I'm always very skeptical when I already see a big swing, of a candle and then entering the market at that point. I always want to see what happens after the candle closes, what happens, if it breaks out of that resistance zone, because this is a resistance zone that price has to break out from. So what I'm going to be looking out for is something like this. You get, so like okay, it's something like this. So price moves up, comes down, then go up. So I'll be looking out for something like this. So I expect that what price breaks out, then pulls back, then it continues push in price. All right, good. You're welcome. So yeah, that will be all for our live trading session, and I believe that you guys learned one or two. We can see Euro USD trade is already doing well, so we leave it like that, and then let's go and explore more into how to become a better trader. So for someone who mentioned here that says, oh, I'm a newbie, blah blah blah, this is a session you don't want to miss, right? Because right here and then we talk about risk management. And I kid you not, risk management is very, very key when it comes to trading, right? So you as a beginner, a complete beginner, I recommend that you start with our demo account, right? practice trading with virtual money to understand the market and your strategy without risking real capital. Use a stop loss order. Always set a stop loss to limit potential losses on every trade. Then 3, trade with risk to reward ratio. It's important that you look at it that, okay, if you are willing to lose $5, then you are willing to gain 10, right? So this is very, very important. Now, 4, risk only a small percentage per trade. I know you want to make it big. I know you want to, like, quote unquote, blow, like they used to say, right? However, limit your risk to 1 to 2% of your trading account per significant losses. All right. 5, diversify your trades. Avoid putting all your eggs into one single trade or currency pair to spread the risk. 6, avoid over leveraging. Use leverage cautiously. Excessive leverage can amplify your loss. So if you are using 1,000 to 1 ratio, it might be excessive for your trade, right? So, and that would amplify your loss and even make your balance to move from whatever it is in your capital, for your margin deposit, to 0, right? If you make a single mistake on a losing trade. So you need to avoid over leveraging. You need to create a plan and stick to it. Okay, create a plan and stick to it. Your inability to stick to a plan is what is robbing you of your consistent profit. Okay, now keep up with the market news. I would always recommend that you you subscribe to our market news, so you can get them directly to your email. You can always check our economic calendar on Octa platform, and you get all those news to stay up to date. Also, avoid over trading. When you take some trade and it becomes a losing trade, please take some time to rest. Stay away from the market. Don't try to beat the market. Don't try to gain the market. No, you might be making a very, very big mistake. 10, review and adjust your strategy. So when you trade with a particular strategy, do well to sit back. How does this strategy perform? If it's performing well, great, stick to it. If it's not, look at how you can modify it. Okay, now our trading app is available on Google Play Store, and we offer a wide range of trading instruments with low spread, fast execution, 0 commission, and it has various academic educational resources with 24/7 customer support and a strong commitment to fund and data security. Go to Play Store now and download our app. I have a promo code for you, and this promo code will help you to double your deposit. For those of you who are newbies here, if you want to double your deposit, use my promo code Tunmise100 in just 5 steps. 1, open the Octa trading app or visit our official website. Go to your profile. Find the promo code section in the menu. Enter the promo code TUNMISE100. Then make a deposit and enjoy your bonus. Now, here's a summary of what we discussed today. Price action. Like I stated earlier, its component is suitable for traders and is applicable across scenarios. Now, we reviewed a strategy on a live chat during the live trading session right in the terminal. Now, let's look at some principles that you need to pay attention to. 1 is analyze trading instruments. You need to understand the market condition before you trade. Review your actions and let your actions reflect on your decision. Now, keep up with the market news. It's part of what we already stated earlier. Now, use our educational resources. For those who are interested in indicators, you can check out other webinar videos. We have a lot of webinar videos, resources, packed resources from great tutors, great teachers, and great traders out there who have created this masterpiece for you. Please leverage on these educational resources and become great at it. So, thank you very much for joining us in this session. I I would love to get a feedback from you, right? And please do well to take a moment to fill our survey. Your feedback is essential because it helps us to improve our future webinar. Now, this survey will take 1 minute of your time. Please do well to scan the QR code on the screen and help us to know how to serve you better, how to improve our future webinar. Thank you very much for joining, and I always look forward to seeing you in our next webinar. Do have a great time, and bye. Bye, guys.